Grey's Anatomy is now officially the longest running medical drama ever. And we are going to talk about all the drama from tonight's episode. It's coming up.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Let's just act like we're at the party. If we act like we're at the party, no one will ever know.
Yeah. But no, this is how we act like if we're at that party.
Yeah.
Such a fun party.
Hello, everybody. I am El Marie, and tonight we are going to get into, like we said, all the drama or... I'm trying to hype up. Right, I'm trying to hype up the episode. Yeah. But I am here with my lovely co-host.
Hi, guys. Elena here.
Hey, guys. Krista Vernoff.
So, before we get to overall thoughts, we have our special segments tonight, and we have news for you guys. But, yeah, so what were you guys' overall thoughts of this episode?
It was cute. Mm-hmm. It was a cute episode.
No, it was. There's a lot of, it's just, we dived into a lot of, like, the relationships and, like, baby mama, daddy drama, I guess you'd say, in this particular sense. But, yeah, not a lot of action. Yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have, like, sexual action going on, but not...
Barely.
Yeah, that's true. It was limited. Even that got cut short.
When I say cute, I mean, like, as a woman, you don't want to be cute, right? You want to be, like, powerful, sexy.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like, oh, it's cute.
So the episode was like, oh, it was cute.
Yeah.
Like it was just cute.
Yeah.
It was cute, guys.
Yeah. Same. The end got me. It was like, that was like
the end
best
was
part.
really good. Yeah.
Like, okay. But, so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So we have a party. So we're really like completely out of the hospital with this episode. We're just in Jackson's house because he's throwing a party for his mom, for Catherine to celebrate, her surviving her tumor scare. Even though she still has the tumor, she's able to still, walk and have her life and everything like that. So they're like, let's celebrate that. So they have a party for it. He's preparing. Maggie's there.
Do you guys think that the party was in lieu of the 300th episode? Like, was it supposed to be the celebration?
It
like,
would make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you need to throw a party that's like jumping. Like, I need to want to be at that.
Because I really didn't even think about it until you said that.
Right. And I'm only saying that because we're talking about, it being at Jackson's house and the accomplishment of Catherine's surgery, which is phenomenal. That is something we want to celebrate. But give us something else to celebrate for.
Yeah.
In a sense, especially after the Christmas dinner that they've had. Mm-hmm. But she showed up, so that was an accomplishment.
She almost wasn't even there.
Almost wasn't going to go. So, but Jackson and Maggie are there preparing for the party, and they're trying to have their little, like, ooh, let's do it before the guests get here. Like, I'm just so over you guys. I don't mean...
He was feeling her tonight, though.
But, like, no shade. He was like, ooh, he was looking at her, and I'm like, that jumpsuit is ill-fitting.
I said that in my I can't even lie. I did look, and I was like, not that flattering.
Yeah.
But that what gets you going. Yeah, I guess. Okay, Jackson.
Hey,
yeah.
All right. You see, okay, anyway. But, so yeah. Okay. Speaking of Maggie, though, she, Karev gets to the party, and he's talking about the article. So Kiki wrote, like, an article about her surgery with Maggie, having to kind of break down and be able to ask her about it. So how do you feel about that situation? Like, Maggie, like, all up in arms about the article.
It was she just needs to get over it. I feel like she's better than that. Maggie's it was kind of like the speech Weber gave her, and he was like, you're a great surgeon, you're a great person, just, like, let it go. This girl's been a bully her whole life, and you're continued. I get why she was frustrated with it, but I was just like, you can be mad for a little bit, and then, don't let it ruin the entire night, and, like, keep bringing it up the whole party.
I mean, like, you have to get drunk about it.
Have your peace with it, and then be like, whatever. Screw her, yeah.
I feel the exact same way that I felt after the episode when we were introduced to Kiki. Like, I really want Maggie to see herself for who she is, and it's getting a little played out that she isn't. Like, I understand that you were the youngest in your, in your class. I understand that everything happened so fast and you were bullied. We get it, but look at who you are now. Like, that story has just run into the ground for me. It's getting a little sick and tired, and I don't know if it's because she's head of cardio or if she's just like, beautiful black woman. Like, at some point, just take control of your narrative. And I think that is what Richard was saying to her. But I also was tuning out a bit because she just sounded very whiny. Like, you just completed a impossible surgery. You made it up.
Successfully.
Success.
Yeah.
Right.
You made it up and you like what?
Right.
She's always trying to better herself. She can't appreciate the fact that she's like rocking it.
But that's not even, like the article doesn't even better her. It's how the public sees her more so. So the fact that she is this person who's gone through the past that she's gone through, and then to have the nerve to think about what everyone else is thinking, you've been bullied your whole life. You should have learned by now not to care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she's still not at a point to be able to stand up for herself.
She
It's
gotta
like
let it go.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
takes a hit and just like it knocks her down for a while.
It makes me sad, and
Yeah.
it's kind of frustrating to see because I just want to like, you need to see yourself as a powerful woman. Like I want to shake her up a bit.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of being shaken up,
Shaken up.
Meredith and DeLuca get caught up.
They are all up on each other.
Weber walks in on them making out like a steamy makeout too, like straddled, yes, on top of him make out like
Poor Weber.
awkward.
The only part about that scene was cute because everyone in the chat room knows how I feel about Meredith and DeLuca.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only part that was cute was Meredith losing her words and not knowing what to say when Weber caught them.
Yeah.
Like that part was like,
It was like
Yeah.
a teenager getting busted by their
Right.
parents. She's like, no.
Yeah,
Alex
exactly.
knows.
Alex knows,
Yeah.
just blurting out anything like okay.
She's like, how do I dig myself out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't helping. So I actually enjoyed seeing
Yeah.
her bury
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cute.
Over them though. They weren't all over each other. They were like kids.
He was all over
He was
her.
over. Yeah.
Even when she walked away after they caught, she wanted to be normal, and she's like walking away, and it was just so interesting to me that the scene of them walking out of the kitchen is him following her.
Oh, yeah. He's
Like-
like a dog.
Can you go live your life? Like y'all can hook up after you all
He's a
gonna be
little
together.
puppy dog.
No, he's
Yeah.
like right, like wants
Yeah.
her, want you now. Sorry.
She's here for it.
I'm literally speechless.
Lena's like,
Speechless.
it's cute.
It's cute.
But I also like when Meredith told Karev about the situation, you know, because she tells him that she is dating DeLuca, and he's like, okay, and? Like, are you telling me as your chief or as your friend?
Yes,
Which
and.
one? Like,
Yeah.
she's like, both? And he's like, oh, good. So I can, you know what I mean, laugh at you if it's like telling me as a friend. So I'm glad to see his reaction to that. Like, he's totally moved past, you know what I mean? The situation with him and DeLuca, it's like water under the bridge now. I mean, it was a very serious situation, but he's like moved past it.
Why do I feel like I missed the situation?
Oh, when he beat DeLuca up very badly and put him
Oh,
in the hospital,
yeah.
coma and
Oh,
everything.
Joe.
He's like, well, you
Yeah.
put my resident in the hospital.
Yeah, right.
Literally that went over my head because as Karev buried it, I buried it too.
Yeah, it
Like-
felt so long ago.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Wow, do you remember his face?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Karev done came a long way.
Yes.
Little
See,
junkie.
that's what's hard when the seasons or show's been on for so many seasons. You're like, oh my god, that did happen.
Right, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a transformation.
Yeah.
Meredith. That's so
Resident,
it's
right?
just so interesting.
Because at first I thought like maybe he would feel a little bit of a way.
Right.
Or like maybe it would be awkward for him, you know, because him and Meredith are so close. So now I have to be this close with DeLuca,
Yeah.
you know, but he was
Goes
cool
to
with
show
it.
how much he's grown.
Yeah, he really
He's a man.
has.
Literally didn't
so
even think of
proud
it.
of Karev.
What I did like was Karev's response to Meredith as the chief when it came to the
Yeah.
situation. Him being like, well, you're going to need to report it to HR. First of
Yeah.
all, hypocrite. All of y'all in that hospital become hypocrites when y'all make chief, and I'm
Yes.
over it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know.
This
if
is
I'm,
how you need to do it.
if I'm
Yeah.
speaking as chief, then you might want to talk to HR. Now, sir,
Right. Did you?
come on. You know,
the multiple times.
you know that I'm not about to go talk. Stop. I'm just telling you out of courtesy because you're my friend. So
Yeah.
take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But, well, before we move on to the next topic, I do just want to thank all of you at home that are watching for making us the ESPN of TV talk. But we could really use your help. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, please click the thumbs up and make sure to leave us a comment. We definitely engage with you guys throughout the week, so it'd be amazing if you go ahead and leave us a comment, especially after the live stream is over. And if you're listening on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. We would so appreciate that. Like, being a part of AfterBuzz has meant so much to all of us, and we love fangirling over our favorite shows with you. So
do.
make sure you go ahead and leave us a comment, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, give us a 5-star rating, and thank you for supporting us in all that we do.
Yes.
Doing what we love.
Does anybody have the chat up?
I have the chat up.
Anybody in there?
I'm looking at everyone in here.
Okay.
They're talking about DeLuca because Fantastic Family was trying to help me understand that it was the whole Karev and DeLuca situation. So it was interesting, the whole couch situation. I literally forgot about that. And how DeLuca
intense.
was in love with Joe. Wow, this show just crosses so many lines.
It really does. Like it's inappropriate.
What? Friend code, like, that just doesn't exist.
No.
Ew.
It's a lot of sharing. A lot of sharing.
Yeah, a lot of
sharing is caring.
brotherly love.
Ew.
But so Alex's mom pops up. And we haven't seen her in a while.
Also, leave it to Helm. She was the one that went to tell him, right? And in her defense, she said who she was technically, but I was like, you could have been like your mama's,
right?
or like there's someone that's not Joe, and whatever.
She's so airheaded.
She is.
That part annoyed me, but it was interesting because I liked the mix-up if the mix-up was going to be a little deeper.
It could have went farther.
Like, send her somewhere else. Like, make it a...
Have her sit there the whole night wondering where this party's at.
Right? Yeah,
something
something like that.
What's my man name? 007.
George,
O'Malley.
Yeah.
Make it an O'Malley situation where you give us something where you send like
that was a moment,
when you send Mrs. Karev somewhere because you thought that he was talking about Joe, but it wasn't Joe, and then something happens to her, and then she ends up at the hospital, and everyone has to leave the party. See what I'm saying? Look,
there you go.
Put me on the writers' team. Yeah, I'm ready.
Make it interesting. Yeah,
that would work.
I mean, nothing really happened there. You know, you bring back Alex's mom, and you think something is going to happen, and nothing.
But maybe
really,
do we think something
there.
will? Like,
Maybe
is that what they're
later?
trying to do? But she seems fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. Like, is that going to be the finale
Yeah, it
that
was
she's
very
going to
weird.
have
I mean,
a break?
it still was weird that she told Joe that Alex was expecting her, and she knew about the party.
I think because of the intern, because of Helm coming back and being like, he said meet you at the party, and she was like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I missed that.
Yeah.
part.
So again, Helm.
Yeah.
Just such an airhead.
Yeah.
These are the people in our hospitals taking care of us, guys. Just joking. It's a show.
Yeah. No, hopefully they're.
Yeah. But I was so this episode is about the fire. So they kind of kept like hinting at little things that may start the fire, the candle, and then when Meredith and DeLuca were in the bedroom,
fire.
the fireplace.
It was like overkill. I was like, we get it. There's gonna be a fire.
The word fire was used like
I did love it though.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like it's coming.
Yeah, not the word fire necessarily, just the fact that they were showing us. Like, it made me more aware as a viewer. Like, as a fan of the show, I'm like, how many times do I put something next to a candle?
That part I liked. It was the words that, like, blew me out. I was like, we're going to say fire 12 more times.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, when Karev's mom was knitting and she put the yarn down by the fire, that could have led to a fire. We don't know. So it was all those moments, which also made me think about my actual life, because I love candles.
Yeah.
So it made me think about the times where I'm setting things down and it could potentially lead
And there's like
to a fire.
1,000 candles up in there. So you were like, it could literally happen anywhere right now. You
And there
guys
was a
are
moment
being
where
very risky.
he couldn't get the candle to stay in there, and then he got it to stay, and
I
then
thought
it
it was
tilted
gonna
over. So
fall.
I was like, that could have been it.
Is that it?
Very early. You know which one I thought was it? When Meredith and DeLuca went into the guest room in the beginning and the fire just came on. See, so I'm not that rich, right?
No, me
I'm
either.
not on the billionaire level of Jackson Avery.
Fire's in guest room.
No, it doesn't it's not a sensor. It just came on because it felt motion. I've never seen that before in my life.
My
So,
lights don't even do that.
so when it happened, I literally was like, do they not see the fire that just started?
Yeah.
It wasn't until like the second scene I realized it was an actual fireplace and it was glass around it. But in the beginning, I thought like a fire just started and they ignored it. I was like, silly people.
It is on fire in there. Yeah.
It was
Excuse my
strange. It was
peasantry. I've
strange.
never been
No.
exposed to.
No, I don't know how that lifestyle works.
I don't know that either. But but like Alex's mom was the first one to be like, okay, I smell fire or something like that, and so Alex thought that was like a sign of like her, because she has bipolar disease, right? She's bipolar. Yeah, so a sign of like, okay, is she kind of tripping out? There's no fire and things like that. But then later we see that there is, but we'll get to that. So it was just a lot of different.
Can we talk about the real fire that happened at the party?
Yeah.
The drama.
Oh, the drama.
The drama.
Whew. Owen, Amelia, Teddy,
All of
Tom,
the people.
Just
all of them.
I'm over the quadruple. Well, technically, Teddy and Tom have definitely grown on me. Because in the beginning, I was so against it, because he's a douche. But I like them together. They make each other laugh. They're good for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the parallelogram. I need to go back to geometry. A square. I don't like the square.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening between the four of them, and it was very uncomfortable at the party.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
I feel like Amelia. I totally understand
I
where
got where
she's
she was
coming
coming from.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, she has a right to feel like that.
Yeah,
that
so
you're going to
super
see the baby
uncomfortable.
and be like, maybe this is who I should be with.
Yeah. So like Tom and Teddy are already at the party, and Amelia and Owen walk in, and they catch them like making out, and it's like super awkward. And Tom's like, oh, she can't keep her hands off
Horny
me.
teenagers
Right?
at this party.
Like,
I literally
Gosh.
wrote in my notes, LMAO, Owen running into Tommy and Teddy kissing. Jealous much?
Yeah.
Right?
Because immediately he was just like,
Right? Like,
Yeah, I have Owen is jealous.
sir, get it? It's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not.
As a man, I mean, kudos to Amelia for holding it in after that. Because obviously she lost it at the party, but not initially. Like, to be there with who you think is your man and to see him reacting in such a way after you're already done got somebody pregnant while we were supposed to be together but not really together, whatever the case may be, I'm still here. You know how embarrassing that is?
Super. Yeah, I'd be like, bye.
yeah, for real. And then you sit there and she's going on a trip, Teddy's going on a trip, and you're concerned about it.
And you're
I mean,
like
you
staring at her the whole night.
Yeah.
It's blatantly
and
obvious.
that's just like
yeah.
overstepping your boundaries. I understand you are the father, but as a doctor, you should know, like, if she's traveling, it's okay.
She's
she
7
knows
months,
it's okay.
not 9.
Yeah,
Like, just let her go.
It's fine.
So this was the most hypocritical moment for me. He and Amelia, Owen and Amelia, were having the conversation, right? Or having their argument, talk, whatever they wanted to call it. And Owen called out Amelia for wanting to talk on the night of the party, being that it's the same night that
Oh my
Leo
God,
left.
I hated this part.
And then he decided that it was the right time to go talk to Teddy about going on the trip, which then led to him getting soccer punched. Like, sir, it's either tonight, you're not even focused on Leo.
Yeah.
So you can't even, why did you use that as an excuse when you were talking to Amelia?
Yeah.
It just made no sense
Yeah,
to me.
no, that was, he was so hypocritical.
Very.
Especially because, and then not even that, you're mad at her for like bringing it up, and then you guys get into a full blown argument out on the deck. So you weren't even trying to stifle it.
Yeah.
And then you go
It's
in and you
almost like
yeah.
Amelia said, like, you're not even really trying to talk. Like, I was trying to
Yeah.
talk, but this isn't even like a healthy environment to do
like
this
neither of
in.
them can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful to watch.
Fantastic Family Adventures in the chat says he's worried about the baby. And I get that. I get being worried about
Yeah.
the baby, but I don't think that the focus was really on the baby.
Yeah,
He
no.
tried to make it that way. Like,
Right.
this is
I think it definitely could have been a combo, but I think a lot of it was on Teddy
Yeah.
too. It was
But like I said, they're doctors, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like I said, if she's traveling, she knows that she's still in that window of where she can travel. So it's
like
not
the
really.
baby's not
she's
even
not
born
yeah,
yet.
she's not
So for
putting-
you being like, I don't want him around our like you don't know where this is going yet.
Yeah,
Relax.
calm
It's
down.
not even about that. That is the correct conversation to
Yeah.
have. That just was not the place for it.
No, not at all.
If you are clear-headed enough to say, we just lost Leo, this is not the time or place, then be clear-headed enough when it
Yep.
comes to this other situation as well. You know what I mean? I think that's the case. It's not about whether he wanted to talk about it or not. He should. As a parent,
Yeah,
as a
no.
father of the child, yes. But if you literally just said this is not the time or place.
Yeah.
I also want to give a correction. Brave Unicorn in the chat. Karev's mom is not bipolar. She is schizophrenic.
Oh,
yes.
okay, yes.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
We weren't
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
I just don't like that Owen does not know how to put a handle on himself.
Well, yeah,
he's
and
very
I think
selfish.
it's like with the baby just leaving, he was also off his. He shouldn't have
Yeah.
even been there in the first place, and
Yeah.
like talking to any of these people because he was like not level-headed at all,
Not at all.
and his emotions were just all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's like you just took everything went totally wrong for you. Should not have been there. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have started
you should've
conversations
left. I feel
about
like
any
the
of
moment,
it. Yeah.
the moment you saw the two of them, maybe you should have just gone. You
Yep.
should have gone in the first place. You're like you said, like your mental, your mind, your emotions,
was
they
in a
were
tough
not
spot,
right.
yeah.
But he was also there to support Amelia because she worked on Catherine's surgery,
Yeah.
and the party was in celebration of her, which
Yeah.
sucks that the party was just so trash for her.
I
But
keep forgetting it was for her. Yeah.
I'm low-key excited because last episode I literally predicted that this was going to happen between Owen and Amelia, and boom.
Here we are.
I'm a genius. Just go ahead and let me know that I'm a genius. We'll be good.
And I kind of said like the same thing about like what Amelia said. Like, you don't think when Teddy has this baby that you may feel something or feel like that's where you want to be. She said we bonded and came back together over children.
And you guys are falling apart when they're gone.
Yeah. But this child isn't going anywhere.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you expect me to feel? And now Owen said something to her, like, how many times do I have to choose you? But then it's like, are you really choosing me, though? You know? It's like you're saying it, but your actions and everything are showing me and telling me something different.
I'm in a very tough place with Owen because I like him. I like Owen. I think it's because we've been exposed to so much of him and his story, so I understand him in a way. But he makes me very uncomfortable when he gets into arguments. There is no line that he won't cross.
Yeah.
And when he was talking to her about her insecurities, he's just always pointing the finger. And then after he points the finger, he wants to come back and apologize and say, oh, I was so wrong about this. I was so wrong about that. You have but so many times to put me in that position. When he and Amelia were arguing, Amelia brought up a good point saying, you're not the only one who's sad. Like, we both just lost the kids. It's always about him. Forgetting that he did throw out the addiction comment. I forgot that he said that until she brought it up.
Me too. And I was like, she's right.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not on Amelia's side when she's in an argument because she's also a little bit irrational, but she has been proven to be more rational and stable.
She has.
Yeah, so
I think she deserves to be saying the stuff she does. It makes it makes total sense. I'd feel the same way if I was her.
I agree. I don't know what to do with them. So in the chat, we have Lauren G, who decides that she wants to take a moment to acknowledge the Teddy and Amelia moment. Okay, wait. So before I read her comment, well, obviously you guys can see it for those of you that are in the live chat. But before I read her comment, there was a moment when they first got to the party and they looked at each other like, oh, we could be cordial. And then it seems like they both thought about it and was like, actually, no, I'm going to do my own thing. So Lauren G says, can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that Teddy and Amelia have both slept with Owen, Tom, and Mark Sloan. They literally have shared
Amelia
men. And
Tom
Sloan,
sleep together?
Yeah,
I know
they
they were.
slept together?
Yeah. Did they? I know they were like super
Amelia
hot
and Tom.
at Karasik.
Yeah, after her brain surgery.
yeah.
I know. Oh, yes. Oh, a
They
couple
did,
times. Yeah.
yeah.
So much stuff happens on the show. I just can't.
So many lines
Forgot
crossed.
all about that.
And it's interesting because Owen didn't even know that Amelia and Tom slept
Yeah.
together until tonight. He was like, wait, what?
I like forget half the people that these
The
people
drama,
sleep with because
child,
there's
so
so
much.
many of them.
The drama.
Yeah, they have a lot of mutuals.
Well, that pisses me off too because now that I'm thinking about it, if Owen's gonna be mad at something when it comes down to Tom, I get that Teddy's with him, but be mad at the fact that he slept with your woman.
Yeah,
So
your
when
real
you're
While
woman.
y'all were married.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Because
right.
when she had her brain
Gosh,
surgery,
I'm just-
she went a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? This is too much drama for me.
Oh, wait. I'm like, I forgot about
Yeah,
like so
all
much
of
of this.
This is crazy. So now I'm actually really bothered at the fact that he didn't try to punch Karasik. You know, I struggle with that. Tom. He didn't try to punch Tom because Tom slept with Amelia. He wanted to fight over the damn trip and the baby.
Yeah.
You know what, Owen? You deserve to be single for a little while. You and
Yeah.
Leo will
Maybe
be
he
fine.
needs to.
He needs to
Yeah.
be. Yeah. Because I've gone from like give Owen a family and all this other stuff to like okay, he has Leo
Owen
now.
needs to
Just let
do
him
you-
be
Owen,
by
do
himself.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you, boo?
Like that's it.
Out of control.
Man, speaking of Leo,
Baby Leo.
we see towards the beginning of the episode that Betty and Leo leave with her parents, so they're gonna go back to wherever they live,
Wherever they come from.
wherever they come from. And Betty's nervous about the adjustment into basically regular teenage life. So basically, then they later on come back because between Betty and then the parents trying to take care of Betty and not really knowing how to take care of her, and then on top of that having a child, like they said, they were like, oh, I kind of forgot how it was to raise a baby.
Duh.
Yeah.
I could see it as soon as that baby was just wailing, and she's like, "Can we just wait another night?" And I was like, "It's gonna be like that for the next couple of months. You gotta do this." She looked like she was gonna break.
Yeah.
My thing is, it could have been so much easier. Like, they could have offered support to Owen and Amelia and not decided to take baby Leo away completely. But they were so nasty about it when it came time to try to get Leo in custody, and we're gonna, whatever papers.
Yeah.
It could have been, we didn't even have to go through that.
No, it could have been like this from the beginning, and you guys could have been like, "We'll pop by every couple months."
Make it an easy transition if you do. Still, if you want to take him, okay.
Yeah.
Make it the transition. I mean, respect the fact that this man took care of your grandchild, because this child almost didn't
and
have to
saved
be
your
here.
daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is like, what is Betty, 15, 16-year-old
She's
child?
young. I think she's like 15.
Yeah. That has an addiction, that barely was able to take care of that child. Like, if they hadn't have stepped up, Leo may not be here.
Or Betty.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they were more so caught up on Leo because, remember, Betty she wasn't around before the overdose, so maybe that was their way of holding on to
I'm
her.
sure, yeah.
But
probably.
it still could have been done better, and I did not feel bad when they brought the baby back. I kind of knew it was going to happen because Amelia kept saying, "Oh, Betty Britt didn't say she didn't say goodbye."
She lingered on
Betty
it,
Britt.
yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of knew that they were going to come back. I'm really happy for them. I would just wish it happened before the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it would have saved
It would have
a
saved
lot of
a lot of
drama. A lot of drama. But that part choked me up, though.
It
I
was,
was
yeah,
like,
it was
okay, all right, okay. Because I was happy for Owen in that moment, even though he is irritating me.
No,
Like
but
all
that
episode, but
the baby
because,
deserved to be
yeah,
with
yeah,
him, yeah.
definitely. Because also he was like so sad, like he just looked like a little lost puppy when they took him away. Like,
my baby.
oh,
But
yeah.
then, now thinking of it as a parent almost, do I even want Owen to raise Leo? Like, Owen is great with Leo. He is really good with kids, but he has a reactive problem. He has a temper problem.
He does.
Like, I really don't want you to instill that into baby Leo. You know what I mean? Are you fit at this point?
He
I'm
he
concerned.
should be in therapy, because we know
Maybe.
he's been at war.
Yeah.
Remember the time he choked out Christina?
Yeah. Maybe we do need to get a counselor in there.
it's
I don't know.
yeah, because I think some of that kind of comes from that. Like he's just trauma is his thing,
And
so
he makes
is just so
fast-paced
like
decisions
that's
on
his
like
thing.
the fly, and it's like maybe sit down and think about what you're
Yeah.
gonna do right now for
Yeah.
like 2 seconds.
But he doesn't, so he needs to. But that's a good point. Yeah.
We'll see.
And with both babies coming now, you know, you got 2 kids. They're both small, same. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be months apart.
His hands are going to be full.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I want to jump back to the party scene for a little bit because we talked about it briefly last show when Meredith did her groundbreaking surgery. She broke the record. And we had the familiar voice of Boki. But tonight we got a face. I've never
I wrote
seen
that
her.
on Side note. Yeah.
I was like, Boki has a face. Like,
Yes.
Never seen her outside of tonight.
I know.
Didn't know that she possibly spoke another language. I was just like, wow, look at this surprise. So I think that was nice for
That
the
was
first
nice.
cute.
episode.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like, here is your gift for this person that you've seen for the
That you've
past.
And I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like the writers watch us and social media, because a lot of people, they always talk about Boki. They're gonna, and they're like, I've seen so many memes that's like Boki's gonna be like the last original member of Grey's Anatomy and things like that. So I think they like paid attention to that and like gave us more of her for that
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, that was pretty cute.
And she made me laugh because she
Yeah.
knows all the secrets. So when she
Right?
went into Meredith and DeLuca,
Making loves.
they had the nerve to try to act like she don't know. Y'all were in the OR talking in front of her.
in
She
front of
knows
her.
everyone's secrets.
She knows everything. Everything.
Have to
Well-
be her, actually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Bailey and Catherine for a little bit before we move on to our special
These
segment.
two.
Oh, so Catherine, she didn't really want to go to the party.
No.
And then Bailey was like, I have to get you to this party. And then she's like, Catherine kind of like, hey, come in my limo though.
Bailey should have known
She was
immediately.
ready, yeah.
Immediately when she said that, I was like, girl,
Bailey's
y'all are
smarter than
not.
that.
Yeah.
Y'all are not making it to the party.
Yeah. But what I liked, just to make this quick, when Catherine was trying to tell Bailey, like, spend her money, like, on herself, do something good for her. You know what I mean? Like, and she's
Classic
like,
Bailey.
Classic Bailey. Like, well, I love this splendor. She's
First
such
I was
a
like,
nerd,
is she
but it's
talking about a
cool.
car? This sounds nice.
Right?
It's red. It's got a seat, whatever. And all of a sudden she whips out the whatever Google or Catherine's like, "Okay."
Right? Like,
But
okay.
that blender was
It looked
$800.
nice.
$800.
So
$800
I mean, she's
blender.
talking about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That does sound like a pretty sweet blender."
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of money I got. $800 blender.
But it cleans itself.
The
A blender that
How?
cleans
If I got
itself.
that kind of money, somebody is cleaning it for me anyway.
It's true. I'm
get what
gonna
I'm
stick
saying?
with my ninja.
I don't need it. I don't need it to clean itself because someone's gonna be clean. You see what I'm saying? I'm not $800 on a blender.
It's gonna be like, holy.
I'm probably not even gonna be blending my own drink. No,
That's true. You just
$7.99 plus shipping and handling. Baby girl.
It's probably free. It's $800.
Hopefully, she's been robbed.
I did take away like 2 nuggets from the conversation though.
Yeah.
One, if you're making the money, spend it on yourself, enjoy it because you wanna.
I did like that,
You
yeah.
wanna enjoy it before it's too late, but also be
Same with-
responsible.
Yeah.
Like so, Bailey was like, "Yeah, you might
Happy
have all this
medium.
money, but that doesn't mean I need to go blow it on everything." And
Yeah.
that the things that made her happy was something like a blender.
Yeah.
So it was a very balanced conversation, which I love.
Yeah, I also like how she flipped it on Catherine to use it for Catherine in her life. You know what I mean? We'll take your little moments, you know, that you have. Your moments kind of may come and go because you have to get scans every few months just to check on your cancer and your tumor. But enjoy the moments that you do have.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
those
you have
good
more
ones, those dark
time,
ones.
yeah.
And I was like in my notes, in true Bailey fashion. You know what I mean?
I
She
was like,
kind of flipped
preach.
it.
She's right.
Yes, and got her to that party.
And it wasn't a freaking fire. Got her to the party, set us up at the beginning of the scene, making us think the building was gonna burn down. And it was the freaking egg rolls. That tinfoil did look like it was. It didn't look like it was plastic.
It didn't.
So I
No.
would poor Meredith.
I probably would. She was trying to act normal. That's what happens.
You messed up the party. See what happens? If you have somebody responsible like Link,
yeah.
just throwing that in there.
You would have made sure that
He would have known it was plastic.
He probably would have.
what I'm saying?
I would have been annoyed by that though.
he would have made like
He
homemade
also-
Like, oh, do you
cupcakes.
have to
Yeah.
just know everything?
Is he not in the show anymore?
They just haven't shown him.
Yeah,
in
just not
a
a
minute.
lot.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't know.
cute.
He'll probably be there next week.
Yeah.
I do want to two things in the chat room before we move on, Elmarie. We have Sebas and Mikey, Sebas is saying that he wants an episode narrated by Boki.
That would
And then
be
Mikey said,
cool.
"What if the entire show is actually Boki's diary?
That would be
Wouldn't that be
Adorable.
epic?"
No, that would be so.
I've seen like
crazy.
fandom where they're like the whole time she's got Alzheimer's and this is her like remembering her life. And I was like,
Oh,
why would you even?
Meredith. Yeah, I've seen that before.
I like Boki better though. That's
Yeah,
a
I like
happy
Bucky better because the
little-
Meredith story makes me sad. Yeah.
Special segment. I can't.
Too much. Too much. All right, let's go.
Like her mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I can't do this tonight.
I have,
Catch
ooh,
me
I
next week.
have a good meme for next week.
Catch
then.
me
Ooh,
next week.
yes.
Save all the memes. But speaking of, let's go ahead and get into our Grey's Anatomy memes.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
That. So our first one that we're going to show is about Christina.
Chris.
So
OG.
I'm like, I don't know if this is actually real, but they say scientists have created a silicone beating heart. But a fan wrote above that, like, Christina Yang finally freaking did it.
She is there
She
doing
did
it.
it.
Now we know what's been going on in Europe.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why we haven't seen her. She's been locked away in a
She's
lab.
been making the silicone heart.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that crazy? I actually should have looked that up to see if it's actually
I'm sure.
true. It looks like it's like an actual.
I'm sure they've made it. We just don't know if it works
Yeah,
yet.
that page is verified. So,
Oh.
I mean, people fake verification.
They
though.
do. You're right.
Wow.
I should have done my due justice. Anywho, our next one is with Alex. So I thought this would be a good one because, like we were talking about earlier, we were talking about his growth. So, like, this one was saying
He looks crazy.
he does look crazy,
In
but
the
on the
first
He's
photo.
top,
sinister in that one.
right? And that's the thing. On the top, it's like season 1. I hate Alex. Why is he on this show? Season 13. If Alex goes to jail, I go too.
No, real
like
life.
you've
Yeah.
grown with him. Like,
Oh, for sure.
like, and we were just talking about
I was
that.
not
like, he's
his
had-
fan in the start. I was like, this guy.
Oh,
a
I
jerk.
hated him.
And now I'm
a
like, oh,
jerk.
Alex.
Yeah.
And now he's grown on us, but he was broken, so it
He
makes
was.
sense.
True.
We just
true.
needed 15 seasons
And
to
that-
figure that out.
Yeah,
Right?
but at least he did fix himself, you know?
Jumping
With the help
back
of others.
to the silicone heart, it is true as of 2017.
Whoa.
That's when reports started coming out about the artificial heart. So there's some truth there. There you go, Christina Yang.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's crazy.
Making it work.
Okay, well, on to our second special segment, The Cure. So we're going to see who served The Cure this week. Who wants to go first with their favorite moment or quote?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Joe and to DeLuca's sister.
Okay.
Because this episode, Joe tried to warn Karev about the mom because she obviously put it together that he didn't know, and I thought that was good on her part. She didn't want to surprise him. And same with DeLuca's sister when his dad was getting ready to come. She tried to warn him. So I just think, like, I want somebody looking out for me like that. Like, don't give me the element of surprise. Even though they both were surprised, kudos to... The cure is just being able to have people in your life who care enough about you for you to try not to be ambushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
by your
forgot to
parents.
mention that
Yeah, I
DeLuca's
like
dad
that.
is in the house.
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah.
So next week should be
And we were
interesting.
trying to figure out, we were like, wait, what did he do again? But he had like a lot of malpractice suits. He killed a few patients,
Is what
I
he
think,
told
I believe.
I forgot.
Meredith, right? So
Yeah,
like
he
maybe there'll
told
be
her-
drama that it's not predictions. Who knows? I don't know.
Ooh.
Anyways, I'm getting into it. Okay, mine was Bailey's when she was talking to Catherine, and she was just like, "You're afraid to spend joy because you might run out," and then the whole "right now we're still alive, we're here, and people love us, so that's reason to celebrate."
Yeah. It's like,
Literally,
yeah.
someone just shared your cure with you in the chat.
Great
That's the
mind.
same one? Yeah.
It was just a very sweet,
Yeah.
sweet moment.
Mine was Weber when he was talking to Maggie, when he was telling her, like, take back your story and tell it louder. You know what I mean? And that just, sometimes it happens. Like, if you are bullied or if someone's saying something, you know, bad about you or they're misspeaking on your behalf, like, take it back and speak up for yourself and be louder with it. Be who you are and stand in your own truth. And, like, so I like that quote.
Yes, I like that one too.
Another great cure is Karev's mom meeting Meredith in that moment.
That
they
was so
shared.
cute.
Yes.
You're
And
his
Karev's
best friend.
like, the smoke is missing in my eyes.
I stole that from the people in the chat. They remembered. That was
No,
their
I love
cure.
that. Good chat.
I like that one.
Why we love you guys.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to some news.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, so just one thing. So Ellen, I think ahead of this being the big episode tonight, she talked with Hollywood Reporter, and one of the questions that they brought up is how, after all this time, you're still here. Like, why haven't you ever left? I mean, besides that it's called Grey's Anatomy, that it'd be tough to go on without her. But she just said, what'd she say? Oh, you can't ignore the worldwide phenomenon that the show is. She said, how do you walk away and ignore that? Being the face and voice of something that can generate that much money, there's only a very small number of people who can say that. They have achieved that. If you're lucky enough to be the face and voice of something that's generated billions of dollars for a network, that's something to be proud of, which it's true, honey. You
Yeah.
go, girl.
Very
And then
true.
she just, at the end, it said she is signed until the end of next season. And she recently shared that she is uncertain at this stage if she'll continue into season 17, which we don't even know at this
they're gonna
point
get-
if that's so. Yeah. And then again, we kind of discussed this last week, but tonight's episode is it broke ER's record for longest running U.S. primetime medical drama. It's the 332nd episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Season 15, episode 15. I like when numbers like match up for special moments. Like episode 15, season 15. I don't know. I'm just weird with numbers. I just think that that's cool as well. Like as
No,
they're
it is.
celebrating that, like you're on 15.
And I did see, it's rumors
So
that he's dating
Jesse-
Maggie, right?
Jesse Williams is not dating Maggie, but he's dating Taylor Page, who played on Hit the Floor. So they're dating
On
in real life, and
VH1.
she just so happens to look like Maggie, which
kinda
I
does.
thought was
Okay.
cute.
I saw a picture and I was
Yeah,
like, is
she
he
does-
dating
they do
Maggie in real
resemble,
life? So that,
yeah.
He's
okay.
dating Taylor Page, and they look like they're a
Weird.
phenomenal couple.
They're a very
so.
cute couple.
That's
Yeah, I did see
awesome.
them at the Oscars party.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good job.
Yeah. Okay, quick predictions before we get out of here.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Let's see, what do I have? I actually feel like they're running this in the ground, but I do feel like I think like next episode, Owen and Teddy are gonna have a conversation, and they're gonna both have this whole how we feel about each other kind of
They
talk.
need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think, there's going to be some drama with DeLuca's dad. I don't know if it's that DeLuca wasn't completely honest. Maybe he just doesn't have a good relationship with his dad and didn't want to get into it. But then again, that's some heavy stuff to lie about.
Yeah.
So. But he's going to bring some baggage, so we'll see what it is.
My prediction is that DeLuca's dad coming into the picture is going to drive Meredith away. So
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, she looks
Oh,
stressed.
I think
has
she's
daddy
just
issues.
like, I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to hook up. I'm not
Yeah.
really interested in this. And especially since he introduced her, it was like,
Yeah, it was big.
Too
Yeah.
much.
Ooh.
So I think she might bail.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys.
No.
This is me not being a hater also.
Interesting. No, that's actually like a good prediction.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I guess we will wait till next week to see how all this plays out. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Once again, I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
And this is Elena checking out, and you can follow me on all social platforms at hey_it's_lay.
Hey guys, it's Kristen. You can find me all over social media at Krista Flengy.
All right, bye. We'll see you
Bye,
next
guys.
week.
Bye guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.